Morning all. I hope you're all well. Thank you for comments on yesterday's video. Now the first job I've got to do today is print off the packing slips for all of the stickers that were ordered after yesterday's video. So if you've ordered a sticker, thank you very much. Your dispatch note is coming off right now, and in a minute we're going to take a little journey over to the post office that's about 4 miles away. Now it's I'm just packing up the the orders. It's funny, quite a few people in the comments have asked me to, you know, kind of take it easy and what have you, which is lovely. And I do take it easy. You know, I do work extremely hard when I'm working and what have you. And I do take time off. It may not seem like it, but I do take time off, especially when my kids come to visit. Now they're not here this week, or they're not here this weekend, and they're not here next weekend. So this weekend I've booked something special for me tomorrow, which you'll find out about tomorrow. And then Sunday, I'm not sure what I'm going to do Sunday. I may well take the day off, but back to work on Monday, of course. And then I've got a lot of preparation to do because next weekend is the Yandles show. But I've got a meeting I've got 2 meetings this afternoon. One in person at 2 o'clock. And I'm also chatting with Jeff Hornan, who does Hampshire Sheen for me over in the US. We're chatting at 3 o'clock on Skype. And then I've got a meeting with my accountant on Monday morning. And then I've got to start getting ready for Yandles, because there's quite a lot of prep work involved with Yandles, but not as much as last time. Right, the first sticker going into an envelope is going to Jason Addis in Staffordshire. So I'm going to include, obviously, the sticker, a flyer for the Woodworking and Power Tool show. That's the Harrogate show, and also my leaflet as well. So Jason, you're the first one up. And you don't need to see me packing envelopes, it's boring. Catch you in a minute. Right, here we are in the car. I've got all the stickers that need to go out, and now I need to head over to the next village called Medstead, which is where the post office is. So let's get going over there and go and see my mate Raj, who runs the post office. So here we are. We've made it to the village of Medstead, where my nearest post office is. It's about a 7-minute drive, and then possibly a fairly long wait in the queue, because it's the only post office or sub post office that serves like sort of a 7-8 mile radius. So here we are. Let's go and do the post. Now I'm back in the workshop after getting back from the post office. A new switch for my chainsaw has arrived, because when I was chainsawing on Monday, I managed to break the little rocker part of the switch off. And just having a look at the just having a look at the switch, it's actually soldered on. So I've got to re-solder the new switch. I've got to switch that on. Or solder it on rather, but I don't have a soldering iron, so I'm having to use my Peter Child's pyrography machine to try and break off, or try and unsolder the solder, as it were, but I'm not sure if it's going to be quite hot enough. Oh, yeah, there we go. It probably isn't the entirely correct way to do it. Whoops. Right, okay. That's got that switch off. So now I'm going to try and solder it back on, but I want to be able to concentrate on that because that's very, very hot. Right, it's 3 o'clock now. Oops. So yeah, it's 3 o'clock. I'm back in the workshop. Well, you know that. Anyway, I fixed the switch on the chainsaw, and the soldering with the Peter Child's pyrography machine was actually quite good. And I fired it up, and it worked absolutely fine. And my 2 o'clock appointment has been and gone. That's about something to do with shipping, which will give you a clue perhaps as to what's going to be happening tomorrow and where I'm going tomorrow. But now I have Skype set up because I need to speak to Jeff Hornung over in St. Louis, Missouri, to do with some Hampshire Sheen international business. So if I give, let's try and do this, shall we? I'm going to give Jeff a call. And hopefully he'll pick up. Oh. Hello, Jeff.
Hello, Martin.
How are you? There's Jeff Hornung in America, so this is a truly international business call. Say hello, Jeff.
Hello, Jeff. I mean, hello, viewers. Oh, that is me. How about that? We're live from the UK, from the US, from the UK, from the US. Yeah. One of those indefinite mirror things that you see in the horror films.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I'll keep an eye behind you just in case a dude with an axe comes up.
Yeah, sorry, we're not going to do the call. We're not going to do the call in the the video.
Right.
So,
some gratuitous product placement branding.
Oh, brilliant!
Good morning.
Oh, can we see that? Yeah, there we are. It's difficult filming with a selfie camera and you can't see the screen. Right, I need to speak to Jeff, and I think that may well be it for the day, but I'm not entirely certain just yet. Well, it was a great conversation with Jeff. We sorted out some bits and pieces to do with Hampshire Sheen over there in the US. Got some great things coming, or rather, Jeff has got some great things coming up about Hampshire Sheen and stuff in the US, and it'd be really great to let everybody know. Now, it's Friday, and I haven't turned anything all week. I've done some chainsawing. I did that little thing the other day just to try out the new Forstner bit. But I haven't actually turned anything, and because it is Friday, I try and keep Fridays a little bit kind of loose and a little bit free, but I haven't been able to do that today because I had a meeting with a guy about some shipping, and also a meeting with Jeff as well, plus a few other bits that you've seen. So it's now 4 o'clock, and between centres here I've got a piece of oak, and I've decided I'm going to turn something. What it's going to be, I don't know. I actually think it's going to be some kind of little receptacle, some kind of little vessel, but I've got less than an hour to do it. So, I'm going to stick on my glasses and see what I can do with it. I'm going to time lapse it like I did the trip to the post office. So enjoy. here it is. It's only small, but it's 3 by 2¼ inch goblet, because it's not quite a goblet. Yeah, I'm really quite pleased with it. The whole thing took me about 35 minutes. So I'm really quite pleased with that. I used spindle roughing gouge, Les Thorne's 10mm round skew, the 3/8 Excelsior spindle gouge that was absolutely brilliant, Simon Hope's 6mm hollowing cutter, sanded it down to 400, burnt it a little bit, added a little bit of colour, and then added a thinned cellulose sealer that was thinned down 50/50, and then put an overcoat on it of Hampshire Sheen High Gloss, as well as a little light coat of the Penn Turner's overcoat. You would have noticed whilst I was sanding it, I was wearing a respirator. I've recently invested in the 3M VersaFlow respirator, and it's absolutely brilliant. I got it second hand, so thankfully I didn't have to pay full price for it, but I'm really impressed with it. And that's it. That's it for today. I'll talk more about the VersaFlow over time, but there's the little goblet again. If you're on Facebook, go and have a look. I'll put a link in the description for a group called Grit and Sheen. That's where I spend most of my time kind of hanging out a little bit with loads of other turners from all over the world. It's a really nice, friendly group. That's Grit and Sheen. So yeah, go and take a peek over at that if you wish, and I'll look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for another video. It won't be very long tomorrow because I've got to go and see somebody about something, a meeting in Southampton. But I'll tell you all about how that goes on the way there and on the way back. So thank you very much, guys. I'll look forward to seeing you again soon, and please do like, share and subscribe if you haven't been here before. And I'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.